Hi, I'd like to introduce another wonderful Nutmeg nominee. This is called Jasmine Toguchi, Mochi Queen by Debbi Michiko Florence. So Jasmine, the main character in this story, she lives in Los Angeles with her family, and they're Japanese, and they're getting ready for the new year, and there's lots of jobs to do. One is cleaning the house, and others preparing food, just like you do for any holiday. And she has this dream of becoming what she calls herself the Mochi Queen. And that's because to make this special dish called mochi, there are many steps involved, and the mothers and girls work to cook rice, and the men, they pound the rice with a big hammer. And girls don't do that, and boys don't do that until they're older than 10 years old, and Mochi is not 10 years old. She's 8. So let me read a little bit about the story. Jasmine Toguchi is a flamingo fan, a tree climber, and champion mess maker. She's also tired of her big sister Sophie, who's always getting to do things first. For once, 8-year-old Jasmine wishes she could do something before Sophie, something special, something big. As the Toguchi family gathers in Los Angeles to celebrate the new year, Jasmine is jealous that Sophie will get another first, that she'll be able to roll the mochi balls, a gooey dessert, with the women in the family. And Jasmine's mother says she is still too young to help, so Jasmine hatches her own plan. She's going to pound the mochi rice with the men instead. Wowie zowie. Surely her sister has never done that before. But traditionally, pounding mochi is reserved for boys, and the mochi hammer is heavier than it looks. Can Jasmine build her case and her mochi-making muscles in time for the New Year's Day? So Mochi is really in competition with her older sister. Maybe you understand how that feels. She wrote herself, she says that Sophie is 2 years older than me. She thinks that makes her my boss. If that weren't annoying enough, she also gets to do everything before me. She started school first. She learned to read first. She even started piano lessons last year. And I have to wait another year. Not that I really want to play piano. Sophie was always the expert. She thought she was smarter and better than me. Just once. I wish I could do something first. Just once. I want to be the expert. And that's what she works for. She comes up with this great idea that maybe she can pound the rice with the men. Let me show you a couple of pictures. There are pictures in the story. Here's a picture of the rice pounding. The ladies steam the rice, the ladies and the girls, and the men are outside, and they have a special bowl, and they pound the rice with a really big hammer. This is a father and an older son pounding the rice. And like I said, Jasmine is much too young. Here's a picture of the women inside, the mothers and Sophie, who's old enough to do that, to prepare to steam the rice and make it into balls. But not Jasmine. She's not old enough to do that either. And here's a young boy who's going to get his turn. And look at how big that hammer is. Poor little Jasmine, she's not very strong. She finds that out. She tries hanging from a tree, and she's just not very strong. Here's a picture that shows she's not very strong. So for her to do this and her to succeed, it's going to be pretty amazing and pretty cool. One more picture. I see. Perhaps she'll have some help swinging that enormous hammer. But you need to read the story to find out if she becomes Mochi Queen. If she's successful, or maybe she learns this is something she can't do. We all learn there are things we can't do. But we're rooting for Jasmine. We hope she can make it. And we hope you read this story as well. Maybe this will be one that you vote upon to be the winner of the Nutmeg Book Award.